Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is Discover Data Science, Unveiling the Power of Analytics and Insights. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Parveen, a data science consultant at Mastercard. With 5 years of professional experience, Mr. Praveen leads a team providing analytical support to MasterCard's central loyalty team, helping transform data into strategic decisions. So now I would like to introduce Mr. Vinay, currently interning at Belhaim, Chalcot, India as a Power Platform developer. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Pankaj Vij, Head Department of Tie-ups, Division of Admission, Lovely Professional University. He is having 18 years of experience in multiple domains, including teaching, training, and operations. He is taking up the eligibility, scholarship, fee structure, and infrastructure part of the university. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Dr. Parveen and Mr. Vinay, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from them. Over to you, Dr. Parveen.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the introductions. And a very good afternoon to all of you. I hope you guys are doing well. And I'll start sharing my screen in the moment. And let's try to discuss, what's the scope of data science industry right now? How does the job landscape looks like? What sort of work we do, and a couple of case studies to better help understand, what work we do in industry. I hope my screen is up for everyone.
Yes, screen is visible. Mr. Parveen, you can continue.
Just a sec. Let me start sharing it again. All right. I hope it's up for everyone.
Yes, sir. The screen is visible. You can continue.
So the agenda for today's discussion would be that. Thank you. So the agenda for today's discussion would be, we would understand what AI, what machine learning is, how do we implement it, right? How does the different case studies, right, across industries, how AI is leveraged to solve problems, and then how, the job market landscape looks like in the country right now, what's the future vision, roles, responsibilities, right? So when we talk of AI, right, what do we mean basically is we would want to create intelligent systems that mimic human brain, right? They can take decisions basis the reasoning, the analysis the human mind does, right? And it actively makes use of the machine learning concepts. What do we mean by machine learning? Basically, we are training the models, we are training the systems with the help of data, the past historical data, and we try to find the trends, the pattern inside the data, and then we try to solve for our use cases. So that could be predictions, like predicting whether it is going to rain today or not, and if at all it is going to rain, how much is it going to rain. So those are some of the applications. And these days, since it is a lot of buzz around generative AI, right, we are actively using the deep learning techniques, the ANN, CNN, RNN. All of this basically help us to generate data points, right? That could be text, that could be audio, that could be video. So all of this comes under the part of AI, right? The machine learning, the new deep learning, which helps us to generate content, right? So that's about AI, that's about machine learning. Now there are multiple subfields in AI basically. I talked about the machine learning, right? So where the models are trained on the prior historical data sets so that it understands the patterns, the trends, and then uses that to predict the future outcomes. Then we have the deep learning techniques. So that basically mimics how the human brains work. So if at all the human brain works with the help of neurons that are there in the body, right? So such kind of neurons are also created. There is a whole network behind that, the deep learning neural networks it is, and then that is used for such predictions also, that is used for generating text, audio, videos as well, right? Then we have a subfield called as natural language processing. The name itself suggests that, we are understanding the textual data, the natural language that we speak, write, talk. Applications are multiple. We can use it for document reading. We can use it for, language translation, right? Etc. etc. Then we have robotics as well. So in robotics, what we would want is a machine to work using the human mind, right? So we would be using this interjection of AI, the computer science, and electrical engineering to create such intelligent systems. Now, all of this basically are in a way related to data science, right? Because all of these are getting created with the help of data that we have. So let's now discuss about some of the capabilities of AI and machine learning. We all must have used Netflix, Prime, or some other OTT platforms, right? And today is the match, so I hope you guys are tapping on Hotstar as well. So these apps, these softwares, right? How do they generate recommendations? So if you see, they also recommend you the next movie that you should probably watch, or the content that is suitable for you, right? That's because they are using the recommendation engines, which are built on data points again from your past historical surfing data, the kind of content that you have watched earlier, and that also takes into account the content users like you, similar to you, have used. So we can build recommendation engines, we can build predictive analytics. I talked about one use case, basically predicting whether it's going to rain tomorrow or not, right? The meteorological department has to predict certain times, how much is it going to rain, when is the monsoon coming, what's the humidity, etc., etc. They also try to predict the movement of the cyclones, earthquakes at times, right? Then we have these days a lot of buzz around Gen AI, right? So we would want to process, we would want to do speech recognition, we would want to translate that, we would want to generate content, we would want to generate images, we want to generate text, we would want to generate videos as well, right? So that's also one of the capabilities of AI. And one more is sentiment analysis, right? All of us write a lot of reviews on these platforms, Amazon, Flipkart, OTT platforms as well. Right? These companies are very much concerned about the customer. They are customer focused. So they would want to analyze large amount of customer reviews to understand, basically how's the sentiment overall. So they can build NLP models, right? They are also building these chatbots that automatically collects customer reviews, processes that, and gives them the output, what is going well for the product, for the company or not. So these are some of the handful capabilities of AI and machine learning. We're gonna see furthermore when we discuss about case studies. Now, what are the benefits? These tasks that we discussed, right? They could also have been performed with the help of, let's say, humans with some capability. Humans could have also helped with those things, but with the help of AI and machine learning, we can process large amount of data, and large amount of data we can use to make these informed decisions. So there is a less chance of error, right? There's a high operational efficiency in a manner that, large amount of data automatically getting produced. You get the recommendations that is also deployed real time. So a lot of manual task is removed, right? Then a lot of businesses these days are leveraging data science, AI, machine learning, right? Let's talk about a couple of them. So AI in the manufacturing industry, earlier, and even in some capacity these days also, there are, quality engineers. If you see, their job is primarily to detect defects in the products manually. They do have some small tools, however, but even that's a manual process, right? So AI machine learning is now replacing those work. They are automatically detecting, scanning the product for any defects that is there, right? Similarly, they are also looking at, what sort of temperature, or let's say other setting that needs to be controlled whenever there is a, manufacturing that is going on, right? Then it's about supply chain. So you see this Zomato, Swiggy, right? Their business model also revolves around, how the rides go about, what route they take up, right? And on those routes, is there any way to optimize the routes so that there is less time wastage, right? Because it leads to a lot of other things, right? So supply chain maintenance can be done, delivery demand side of things, the inventory can be managed well at real time at high speed, I can say. So that actually boosts the operational efficiency as well. So that's about supply chains. Then we have a lot of AI applications in healthcare. I can talk about one. In my past experience, I was working as a data scientist for Johnson and Johnson when they had launched a vaccine for COVID. So they were concerned about which location they should set up their clinical trials, right? And they would be setting up clinical trials basically to test the efficiency of their vaccines. They would be setting up at places where they will see high COVID cases, right? So we had to predict in which geographies you will see high COVID patients, right? Similarly, in the pharma space, they are more concerned about whether the drug is performing well or not, on which set of patients, on which diseases, which line of therapy is working fine, right? So basically, treatment effectiveness, treatment patterns, survival analysis, all of these things, uh, you know, machine learning models helps them to do. Now, if I talk about the job market, that's huge, right? Every day there is around about 2.5, 20 million bytes of data that is getting generated, and that is going to go on and on and on, right? Every uh, industry you can think of, or every intelligent system, your mobile, your watches, uh, right, are generating data points. Companies are hopping onto this data to find insights and be able to help customers make better decisions, right? Help customers to get more personalized products and also make informed decisions about their own business. So the demand for DS professionals is going to go from, let's say, 15% that was there in 22, and it is projected that it will reach about 50% in 2030. So that's a huge increase, right? More and more industry sectors are getting introduced to data science. Earlier, when we used to talk about data science, data engineering, there were primarily 4 or 5 sectors, I would say. It was primarily healthcare, it was primarily banking, right? But with time, a lot of other sectors are also getting opened up. There is this new age startups, right? The internet focused companies. You can think of Swiggy, Zomato, uh, Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Misho, a lot of these companies, right? They employ analytics at scale. They heavily rely on data crunching to be able to find insights, how to help customers stick more to their products, buy more, engage more, right? So a demand for data science analytics is picking up a lot. Now, if I talk about the career prospects, so the business analyst, the data analyst, the uh, the data scientists, right? These are the roles primarily uh, analyzing data, finding insights, trends, right? Then we have the data engineers who are responsible for ingesting data from multiple sources, right? Build the data pipeline so that the data analyst and the other folks can use that data, work on it later on. Then we have the machine learning engineers, we have the AI researchers, we have the NLP experts who are building these next gen products, right? Intelligent systems that can use data, get the recommendations out, and be able to solve for multiple use cases. That could be around credit risk management, that could be around solving for optimization, that could be around generating text with Gen AI work, right? So the scope is immense. There are multiple job roles available, right from data analyst to AI researcher. A lot of other positions, if you can think or see on the screen as well, right from AI assist, right, consultants, robotics engineers, AI ML operations manager, multiple other options are there. Now, I'll just try to take an overview of a job description. How does a job description looks like for a person in data science? So sometimes the job description talks about that you will have to extract data from multiple sources. You will have to use Excel, SQL, Python to analyze the data. Basically, you might be building, deploying models, and you might be, working with the stakeholders. You have to be good at communicating the insights. You have to be good at storyboarding and other things. And what all qualifications do they ask for? They mostly ask for a bachelor's degree, right, with some sort of experience. Fine, good, right? And the leading technologies I already talked about, SQL, Python. These are for analyzing data that is asked, and machine learning concepts are asked, and which are very much covered as part of the course that probably you guys are gonna get enrolled in. And the positions we already discussed around, right? Data analyst, senior data analyst, data scientist, machine learning engineers, AI researchers, NLP engineers, etc., are the job roles. Now let's quickly talk about some of the case studies, how different industries are leveraging data science to solve their day-to-day problems. If I talk about banks, you could think of JP Morgan, you could think of HSBC, you could think of HDFC, ICICI. Now they have a large customer base and they need to make products for them. They also need to lend loans, they need to have deposits. So they also basically need to have a full understanding of the customer that they have, whether they have defaulters, whether they have credit worthy people, so that they can better manage the credit risk, they can manage the fraud risk, right? So they leverage a lot of data science, AI ML capabilities for credit scoring, risk management, etc. Then we have this consumer focused, or uh, companies like Coca-Cola, right? Consumption-oriented companies, Hindustan Unilever, they would want to estimate the demand side of things. What will be the demand of their XYZ product next month, next city, which other things, right? So, and that is again depend on multiple factors, their suppliers, and their raw materials, etc. So they do this demand forecasting, inventory optimization. They do this supply chain optimization things, right? So multiple other industries like your OTT companies like Amazon Prime, Netflix, so Hotstar, they are building recommendation engines. They would want to understand the data points, basically what you have been watching earlier. They would basically suggest you those kind of content that if at all you have been watching horror movies, they understand that you're a horror movie buff, and probably they'll just suggest you those kind of movies. Or let's say you have a customer profile of let's say around about say 15 to 18. Let's say you are a kid, you have a age around 10, less than 10. They would analyze the data points of similar kids, right? And whatever they have been watching, they'll probably suggest that to you as well. This is your uh, data points histories as well. Then one more example that I can take about is the food delivery apps like Zomato, Swiggy. What they do, they often roll out campaigns. So today is a match, India versus South Africa, right? They'll be rolling out offers. What they do, they have a customer profile, which sort of customers buy more during the cricket match. For those set of customers, they will be rolling out the offers that they spend more and more. For other customers, they will have an idea that, let's say you eat biryani a lot. They'll be sending out offers for biryani at a restaurant or a XYZ% discount. How do they do that? They build customer segmentation models. They basically segment customers out. They understand that these are the high spending customers, these are the low spending, these are the customers who spend on much on the traditional Indian food like roti sabzi, etc. things. These are for fast food. So accordingly, they will be rolling out offers to them, right? So that's about some of the applications of data science AI in the industries. So overall, if we talk about right now the global market share, or you can say the capitalization, is around about 136.6 billion dollars in 22, and that is projected to increase to, let's say, 1.8 trillion dollars in 2030. So that's a round about 20 times of increase just in 8 years, and that is happening because we are generating a lot of data. The companies are relying on data to take informed decisions, to boost their business results, right? So that opens up a lot of opportunities as freshers, as professionals for all of us. to continuously upskill ourselves, get into more and more avenues. And with that, I'll just talk about a couple of things as well. The topics that I'd already talked about, right? It would be where you don't have to get overwhelmed. All of these things are pretty much covered in depth in your course, I believe. And there is a very good partnership between Upgrade and LPU that also brings in industry experts who are working on these technologies. They'll be sharing with you the real world problems that they work on, the real world data sets, how have to use create products to create models to solve for those things. And we also have Vinay with us who has gone through these courses by Upgrade by LPU, and has would like to talk about his journey, how it has helped him to bag a good job. Over to you, Vinay.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, good afternoon, all of you. My name is Vinay, and I am currently an intern at Blenheim Chalcott, India. So I joined LPU in 2021. It was the time of COVID, so it was difficult for me to manage my studies. But university as well as Upgrade have helped me a lot. Like you, when you will join through Upgrade, you will get different kind of modules. You need to complete those modules, as well as from university you will get the online classes on the Code Tantra my class platforms. So you will not feel like you are attending from remotely. It They are so much interactive, the classes are so much interactive. And when I come to college, the I was totally new. I have no idea what to do, how to do. But the all the faculty members of Upgrade as well as LPU, they helped me a lot. Honestly speaking, I have no idea what is computer science when I was in class 12. I was totally new when I joined the college. But the trainers and the faculty, they are so much helpful. They helped me a lot. One example I would like to take, there are hackathons in the college. Okay, there was one hackathon of Smart India, named Smart India Hackathon. It is a nationwide hackathon. So w- me and my team participated in that hackathon. So we came across a problem. So how, like, none of us have experience of using the Flask API. There is a connector which is used to connect the front end to the model ML models. So I have no idea how to do that. But I talked to my mentor, my trainers, they helped me, and we were able to do that in just a single day. And we cleared that round also of the hackathon with the help of trainers. It is not like just your classes will be over by 5. It is not like you cannot uh, contact your trainers afterwards or teachers afterwards. They will give you their numbers. You can message them, ask them for time. They will surely help you a lot. They have helped me, and I'm sure they will be glad to help you all throughout your journey. uh, One important thing I would like to share with you, please do the module very seriously of Upgrade. The modules which will Upgrade will provide you the modules of Java, Python, machine learning, NLP. So they will help you a lot in your journey. And yeah, the opportunities of placements, I would say the college is doing a lot for bringing the companies to the campus, as well as when they have tie up with Upgrade, so you will get the double opportunities. Like you will get the companies from the college and Upgrade both. So you can sit in uh, both the companies, which will whichever company they will bring. So the placement season of the college starts in 6th sem, and in 6th sem itself, I was able to get placed. Uh, Obviously, there was a lot of support from college and uh, Upgrade. They give a rigorous training of they took your mock drives, your winter prep classes, summer prep classes. Like they will not let you go unplaced. They will bring a lot of opportunities. All the things you need to do, just do some hard work and just follow the guidelines provided to you, and just that's all you need to do. The college will bring many companies to the campus. Oh, that's all from my side.
So thank you so very much, Mr. Vinay and Mr. Parveen Kumar Punia. As I can see, there are some questions from a participant. Can we take questions, Mr. Parveen Kumar Punia?
Ma'am. So I can see a question which says, which is a good to take, AI ML engineering or data science. So
Yeah.
guys, there is a very thin line of distinction between the two. I would say data science is a more broader concept which has AI ML engineering in it, as well as it also has data analytics part of it. So I would say, we start with the basics, we analyze data, we find trends, patterns, and then only then we go about building models on top of it. And that is where ML comes into the picture. And slowly we move towards the deep learning part of that. And that basically encompasses all of the AI technology that we have. So that's the way to go about it. I hope that answers your question.
Uh, Second question I would like to answer, like
Yes.
what is the level of programming knowledge needed to kickstart a journey in data science? I would say zero. I started as zero and I was able to place myself in sixth semester only. So the thing is, they will guide you. Yeah, when you are in college, you need to do lead code and hacker rank. Need to participate in various contests on hacker earth, hacker rank. But as a data science scientist, you need to do case studies, or you need to play with data more rather than focusing on coding more. Like you need to go with SQL. SQL is very important for database. Uh, so yeah, zero knowledge. I was in the call. I started my college journey with zero programming knowledge. So it is not required at all. But yes, when you are in college, try to solve questions. Practice more rather than focusing on the theoretical part. I hope that helps.
Mr. Parveen, you want to add something in this?
I would second my thoughts with Vinay on this. Even I started off as a mechanical engineering graduate out of college directly into the industry. And once you are into the industry, right, you need to learn things. And when you get a chance to learn all those things right away in the college, I think you are always two steps ahead of people like us. So I can say data science in an industry like data science, you can come up with exactly zero knowledge, zero Python knowledge, zero any programming knowledge, and it gets picked up once you get started on it.
Thank you so much once again to Mr. Praveen and Mr. Vinay. I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. So now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Pankaj Vich, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Pankaj Vich.
Okay, fine. So am I audible? I guess I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Great. So, well, my part of the job is that I'll tell the students and the parents who are watching this particular broadcast something about the university as such. What academic part you have already heard, but let me just talk about the other things that are important for any university to provide to a student, something like infrastructure and everything. So I'll just share the screen and share all the details as to what exactly a student can expect when he or she comes to the university. So I'm just starting off. The first and the foremost thing, or the most important thing with a university, is obviously the accreditations and the kind of approvals that the university has. So this is the kind of accreditations and approvals that we have got. We are an ACT A++ university with a score of 3.68 on a scale of 4 and happened to be amongst the top universities in India. Moreover, we have got approval from the Accreditation Council for Business Schools, which is for the management program. Then we have got ICAR, which is Indian Council for Agriculture Research. We have UGC approval. We have got approval for distance education as well. National Council for Teacher Education for B.Ed. M.Ed programs. We have got approval from PCI, Pharmacy Council of India, Council of Architecture, Bar Council of India, and so on and so forth. So these are kind of approvals that we have got under our belt. Moreover, we are a member of the prestigious Association of the Indian Universities, AICT, and so on. Talking about placements, well, placements is yet another important aspect when it comes to education. What you're seeing on your screen right now are our students who have brought laurels to the university by bagging some of the highest packages across India, the likes of 3 crores and multiple lakh with the organizations as high as Google, Amazon, and so on and so forth. These are all our flag bearers who have brought laurels to the university by bagging some of the best packages in the industry. That's the 1 crore club of LPU. Talking about extracurricular activities, well, extracurricular activities, they are ample in the university. Quite recently, the Khelo India University Games culminated, and we were the runner-ups in this particular event. The likes of Bajrang Punia, the likes of Neeraj Chopra, the likes of Manpreet Singh, the former captain of the Indian hockey team, they all are our students. Well, the year was 2019, and we hosted the 106th edition of the Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by none other than the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. In a convocation ceremony a few years back, we had His Holiness Dalai Lama coming to the university and giving away degrees. Then we had 2 former presidents of India and Afghanistan sharing the same stage, giving away degrees in yet another convocation ceremony. A few years back, we had the late Finance Minister of India, Shri Arun Jaitley ji, who was in the campus a few years back, and he inaugurated a startup school. In 2018, we had then Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, who came to the university campus and gave away degrees in yet another convocation ceremony. So these are the kind of intellects, or these are the kind of figures that we bring to the university, and they distribute degrees in some of the best convocation ceremonies, and these are memories to cherish for the students. Not only personalities from the political background, but intellectual background also. We call these people for giving away sermons to the students, to the parents, to the teachers. Gauhar Gopal Das is one of those names in India. Then yes, the people from the film fraternity also visit the campus, not only to sing and dance, but also to interact with our students. Infrastructure, yet another important aspect of education. We got infrastructure, or we boast an infrastructure which is world class. Right now on your screen, 14 blocks join back to back, housing the central library of the university, plus quite a few other departments. And at the forefront, we have got an open air theater where students perform theater or nukkad nataks and things like that. That's our auditorium, capacity of 2,500 people in a single go. These are the kind of labs that we have got. That's the computer lab that you're seeing on your screen. Libraries, automated libraries. Every department has its own library, but then that's the central library, what you're seeing on your screen right now. It's a 600-acre campus of LPU that we have got, and it is situated on National Highway number 44, which runs all the way from Amritsar to New Delhi. And we are just located on that particular national highway. And besides that highway, we have got a 600-acre worth of campus. And at the heart of the campus, we have got a mall. Let's go inside the mall. These are the interiors of the mall. We've got stores where students can purchase their stuff. We've got gymnasiums where students can exercise. We've got recreational facilities such as the bowling alleys. God forbid any student falls ill, but if a student falls ill, we are ready with a hospital within the campus. It's a 25-bed hospital with the resident doctors, medical staff, sports staff, We even have a physiotherapy clinic and a dental chair. That's an open air theater. All the open air activities and events happen over here. That's a panoramic view of the university. Then we are a very green and a very clean university. Few years back, we were awarded as one of the cleanest campuses in India. A view of the university as such. Let me show you around the indoor sports complex that we have got. In the indoor sports complex, the main attraction is the swimming pool, the all-weather Olympic-sized swimming pool that we have got. And then we have got shooting ranges. You name a court, you get it, badminton, basketball, volleyball, and so on. We even have a squash court. So that's the aerial view of our indoor sports complex. This is where we prepare our sports person. It's a ragging-free campus. It's a completely ragging-free campus that we have got, which is LPU. It is manned by a strong force of guards 24/7, 12 months a year. So it's a very safe campus. And we have a housing facility or the residential facility, which can house more than 25,000 students in a single go. So it's a mammoth campus, and we have got a mammoth infrastructure when it comes to the residential facility as well. So that's about the university as such, or the infrastructure and the other things. Let me just take you live. If somebody wants to know about the eligibility criteria and things like that, how can a person get to know about that? In the meanwhile, if some student has any questions, you can ask me, or else I'll just start sharing my screen with regards to the university website, and I'll show you the details of the eligibility criteria and everything. Just give me a moment. I'm almost there. Right. Dalvinder ma'am, in the meanwhile, if somebody has a question, you can ask me. I'll just
Someone is asking Mr. Pankaj, do LPU provide the residential facilities also?
Do we provide, sorry, pardon?
Residential facilities?
Yeah, sure. We do provide residential facility. And the residential facility, as I was telling you, that boys and girls hostels both are provided. Boys and girls hostels are absolutely separate. And we have got a housing capacity or the residential facility of more than or around 25,000 students can put up in a single go. The boys and girls hostels are totally separate. They are absolutely separate out. So, but they are within the same campus, which is the 600-acre worth of a campus that I was talking about. And we are almost there. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible, Dalvinder ma'am.
Yes, your screen is visible. You can continue, Mr. Pankaj.
Great. Okay. So residential facility is not only limited to the stay of the students, but we have got a sumptuous mess as well. And the mess comes with different categories. Whatever category suits a student can go for that category of mess. And the mess comes with different variates, as we have got students from all over India. So we even provide mess facility, which is South Indian in nature, or it also comprises of the regional foods, not only North Indian, but regional as well as South Indian food is also served in the university mess. And it's absolutely the student's choice what kind of a mess the student wants to opt for. Having said that, now allow me to show you that how a student can get to know about the things such as fee structures, the eligibility criteria, and so on and so forth. So computer science is in the discussion. So I'll just talk about computer science. The student, first of all, needs to log on to our website, that is lpu.in, go to admissions, and anybody who wants to know about undergraduate programs will go over here. After graduation programs over here, doctorate programs at the bottom, and then diploma programs and everything at the bottom. So let's say somebody wants to know about the BTech computer science program. So after 12th undergraduate, I go to the regular programs, and in regular programs, I just click on to the regular programs. I'll get an array of programs. These are the various programs that we are offering, or the disciplines that we are offering under LPU, and we are specifically want to know about engineering. So these are the area of branches that we are offering under engineering. Somebody wants to know about computer science, so I just click on computer science, and a whole lot of programs that we are offering under computer science will start to display. Like we have got a regular program, which is BTech Computer Science. Then we have got honors with industry collaboration computer science. We have got a work integrated computer science program. We have got industry collaborative programs. We have got specialized programs such as the artificial intelligence and machine learning. And if somebody wants to go abroad and study the computer science program, we have got a BTech Computer Science 2+2 International Credit Transfer program. So you can get to know about the eligibility and everything about these programs. Of these programs, all you need to do is click on a specific program. Say, for example, I just want to know about the simple BTech Computer Science Engineering program. So I just click over here. And once I click over here, I just scroll down a little bit. As soon as I scroll down, it shows me the eligibility criteria. So what is the eligibility criteria? Pass with 60% marks in 10+2 with physics, maths, and English or equivalent, subject to qualifying LPNS, CUET, or JEE mains. These are the entrance exams which have to be qualified by the student and should have 60% marks in 12th. LPU-NEST is our own exam. CUET and JEE happen to be the national level exam, but LPU-NEST is Lovely Professional University National Entrance and Scholarships Test. So students should have appeared and cleared any of these three exams. So that's the eligibility criteria. Somebody wants to know about the fee structure. Just on the top, just click on the fee structure and you go to the fee structure. The fee structure of the program is 1,40,000 per semester, but there are a lot of scholarships being offered on it. Like if a student has JEE mains percentile 80 to 90, between 80 to 90, or a student has 80 to 89.99 marks in 12, or is in cutoff 3 of our LP-NEST exam, any of these three, the student ends up getting 15% scholarship and the fee goes down to 1,19,000 per semester. If a student has JEE mains percentile between 90 to 95, or a student has 90 to 94.99 in 12th, or a student is in the cutoff 3, it's a 20% scholarship. Fee goes down to this much. And last but not the least, if a student has more than 95 percentile in JEE mains or 95% in 95 or above percentage in 12th, or is in the cutoff 1 of our LP-NEST exam, it's all the same. All these three cases or any of these three cases, the student gets a 25% scholarship and fee goes down to this much. It's worth mentioning that these three scholarships, once administered to a student, will remain the same way throughout the course of the program. And that's not all. There are other scholarships as well. So I just click on besides the fee, there's a tab of scholarships. So I click on scholarships. So we have already learned scholarship on the basis of qualifying marks. That's 10+2 based scholarship. This is LPU-NEST based scholarship, cutoff 1, cutoff 2, cutoff 3. This is CUET based scholarship. Somebody wants to know about how the scholarship works for CUET exam. A person can click over here. JEE we have already seen, but you can see it further over here. And what are the other scholarships that we are offering? We are offering some other scholarships, which are scholarships on the basis of innovation startup. Some student has done good with some innovation projects or startups or entrepreneurship. We provide scholarships to such students as well. Moreover, if a student is a board topper, is amongst the top 20 students of a board exam, then such a student is in for a scholarship as well. Moreover, there are certain financial aids which we are providing to the student, which is facilitating the students who are from an economically humble background, so they can apply for a need-based scholarship. Then we have got a scholarship for the defense personnel. If somebody's father or mother is working with the defense forces, then such students can apply for scholarships on the basis of their parents working with the armed forces. So such students also get concession in their fee. And God forbid any student is an orphan student or a disabled student, such student is also facilitated with some fee waivers. So these are the various or the multiple scholarships that a student can get. Moreover, if anybody wants to, any student watching this broadcast wants to connect to us, connect to our counselors, these are our helpline numbers. And you can always contact us on 0182451700, or you can write to us on admissions@lpu.co.in, and we'll get back to you with your reply, either through the mail or through your phone call. I guess the information provided by me must be of or would have been of use to the students. That's all from my side. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pankaj Vij. And once again, thanks to Mr. Vinay and Mr. Praveen Kumar Punya. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Thank you so much to all our parents and students who are joining us today. I hope you found this session as informative and engaging as I did. Remember, the key to success lies in staying informed, being adaptable, and continuously learning. Before we close, I would like to remind everyone that our Division of Admission Cell is always here to support you in your journey towards a successful career. Feel free to reach out of us with any questions or for further guidance. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Thanks you all for joining us today. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.